Hi everyone, it's me, Nancy Finch, just having tea with Nan. I hope you can join me. I'm a few minutes late today because I was trying to upload a video, Nan Talk, and I put it on I left it too late really, and I thought, oh, I'll have plenty of time for that. And I did it, and of course it's only just uploaded, so I couldn't do both, come on here with a cup of tea and upload it at the same time. So I hope some of you are listening and on. I know most of you have got very busy lives. I know I have at the moment. So I'm having a cup of tea with you. And if you miss this, of course, you can always go back and have a cup of tea and listen to me. But I want you to be interactive today if you can. And if any of you are on there already, please say hi, and then I know you're here, which is great. But if not, I shall just waffle on as always and talk to myself while I'm having a cup of tea. Oh, Ellen, I thought you'd be here. Hi, darling. I'm just laughing at myself, to be honest, because there was me thinking, oh, I've got plenty of time. I'll upload that video. And of course, it takes a bit longer than you think, doesn't it? So how are you, Ellen? Are you okay? It's nice to have you on here. So far, I'll just be talking to you, I think, which is great. Oh, I've just moved the camera. Did you manage any of you or anyone that's going to be listening? Hi, darling. Did you manage to watch or listen to the Aquarius meditation I did? It was it was all about being grounded by energy. It was. I've also done a talk about remove your rucksack, which is really good, and you're going to enjoy that today. Oh, you heard it, Ellen. Oh, well done. It was all about just being still and not moving. Normally I take people on a journey when I do a meditation and we walk through something, but we decided it was going to be, oh, hi Dave, it's nice to see you. Lovely that you're joining me. I'm just talking about the meditation I did. It's on my website and it's on Facebook, so you can catch up if you missed it. But it was a really good one and the energy's so high that everything I tried to do that day kept going wrong. So I had a lot of things to get over and change. But we had to be grounded, all of us, including me. So I had to take us into a really quiet, deep place where we could release feelings and feed from the ground. It's a good chance to sort of make yourself well. And what I did on that was I actually introduced, I think you can see this the right way around. It doesn't matter with a symbol, but this is something I introduced, one of the symbols I channeled through, I introduced in the meditation. So when I was taking you through certain chakra areas, as you know I do, these areas here, I was taking you through these areas with colour and concept. And when I was doing that, I was sending you that. I was sending every cell is happy and well. This is a symbol for healthy cells. And I thought this is going to be a nice little tonic for everybody if I can send you that energy through Reiki. So I did that. If you listen to it again, you'll probably find when I say those things, every cell is happy and well, you might feel a bit tingly in those areas because that's my intention, is for to boost your health in those areas, okay? And I was using labradorite crystal, which is quite a beautiful crystal. You can't really see it very well in this light, but this is a kind of a greeny blue one. And a lot of us Aquariuses, we love labradorite. And I say it my way. I know it's said lots of different ways, but labradorite is one of my favourites. And my friend Ellen here, she actually makes beautiful, beautiful jewellery. And she makes beautiful pieces, crystals like this. So if you want any, just look her up. But basically, crystals, I want to talk to you about crystals today. They're very important. They help you, they remind you, and they feed you. They feed you. They give you what you need. I mean, for instance, labradorite, even if you didn't understand crystals, the one you're drawn to is the one that you need to connect to and join energy with. So if you have a crystal around you and you think, I really love that crystal today, then you're meant to be holding that. Crystal. I'm not a crystal healer, but I know a lot of good crystal healers, and I love crystals. And you don't have to know too much about it just to tune into them. Many crystal healers will just say, go in and just go to a shop, or maybe not online so much, but you need to hold the crystal and see which one resonates with you today. It might be that that area of your body needs a tonic, you see? And so if I think, what one do I need today? And I use my intuition, I simply think, oh, well, I need this one. And this one is all about the head and tuning into your intuition. It's all up here. So obviously I need work up there. So does most of us, I think. So what do you need? Think about that. Where's your aches or pains? I mean, Dave, for instance, you're still on here. If you've got an achy back or an achy knee or your tummy's playing up or something, you could just think, now, have I got a crystal that I could hold that is the same colour? Now, you don't really have to worry too much about what it is. As long as you have that colour, it resonates with that area. Now, if you go to any shops and you think, well, I need a crystal for this area or that area, or my shoulder aches, maybe I'll have the blue or the green. You just go to the one that you feel that you're really attracted to, and that's going to help you. And my guide said to me today, my spirit guide said, I've got to talk to you about crystals. So it's just a tangible thing you can hold. You can understand what that crystal is if you want to look it up. That's more interesting. Or you can just resonate with it and imagine breathing that colour in. And I have got a talk I did with that, not about crystals, but about colour. And that was one of the first talks I did. That was on Understanding Colour, number 8. And that was all about a tonic for the body. And that was dated the 22nd of the 3rd. So if you want to look that up, that's something you can understand more about colour. And I do briefly mention you can wear it, you can eat colour, you can hold colour, which is what I'm after today. Another one of my favourite crystals is yellow topaz. I absolutely love this one. And I've never really gone off it. It's beautiful. It always looks like a quartz crystal, but it's got yellow little gold bits in it. I absolutely love it. It reminds me of a shoe. I love it. So I just feel like I've had sunshine on the inside when I hold it. And as I say, it's one of my favourite crystals. So I encourage you to have a look at either what crystal you're drawn to, or just go into a shop and think, I just need this. I need this crystal. And just go for it. Or find out which one you need. Your rainbow energy inside will tell you which bit's low. If that bit's aching, then you really do need to have that one or this one, or perhaps an orange one. I've got an orange carnelian on. I change mine quite regularly, but this is the one I was drawn to a few days ago, and I really love orange carnelian. It sort of helps me to get stuff done. So I'm not meaning to go on about crystals for a long time, but if anyone here resonates with what I'm talking about, then perhaps you can give me some feedback as to how you get on with that. The full moon meditation was really good. The full moon's still with us. I don't know if any of you here have had loads of weird dreams. I certainly did. Last night I couldn't sleep. Every 2 hours I was awake. I was thinking, what's that about? Your dreams do tell you a lot of things. They do. They tell you what's going on a subconscious level. Maybe you haven't processed something and you need to process it to get rid of it. Well, I did a thing called dreams, and how you breathe anything negative out and you give yourself the opposite. And that was number 11, and that was dated on the 12th of the 4th. So if you want to look up dreams, anyone, that is a good one to look up if you've had any weird dreams, especially on a full moon, like I did. I woke up thinking, what was that about? So I had to, of course, do the dreams exercise. And I use all my exercises because I make them up for me, and of course I share them, and everybody benefits because everyone likes them. Well, they like them at different times, actually. You might use one tool one day and another emotional tool the next day. They're like tools in a toolbox. So anyway, so I hope you can really enjoy those things I've done so far. If you look on my website, you can have a look at many other talks I've done. I'm up to, this is talk I'm going to put on today, Remove the Rucksack, is number 29. So that is brilliant. I've done 29 so far out of 70. You can have a lot of catching up to do, guys. And that, as I say, if you go to the website, it's www.nancyfinch.co.uk. And you can catch them up on there. You can look randomly at what they are. And of course, these are on YouTube as well. So you can pick them up on YouTube if you want to, if you prefer that platform to use. So anyway, so if anyone's got any aches or pains today, or any emotional stuff they want to share, they don't have to share it live here. You can just message me and I will give you the appropriate Nan talk that suits you. But if you wanted to say, well, more general sort of thing, you might say, I have an ache or pain here or there, and I can then prescribe one on here right now, if that's what you'd like. So what else am I going to talk about? I was going to talk about next week's talk as well. I have so many, and I randomly I think to myself, what do people need now? So they're not in any particular order like they're going to be in my book, The Choice is Mine, that I'm doing these for. They're not in any order. They're in how I feel you need them right now. So next week is going to be Think As You Drink, which is every time you drink something, you're mindful. And most of my talks are all about being mindful. They're all about playfulness with that, intention. So it's really important to be intentional. Otherwise, our subconscious mind might create something of a challenge that we've had over and over again. We need to change our mind, change our pathways, our thoughts. So when we have a thought that doesn't suit us or doesn't do us any good, a negative thought will go down to the bottom of your emotional pond, if you like, to be stirred up again by any stimulus that comes around. So you really need to be aware of that so you can change that thought process. You can take that thought and realize it doesn't serve you. So what you do is you simply change the pathway. It's like a junction box, and it feels like hard work at first because you've got to take that junction box and you change the track like a railway track. And at first you think, oh, here we go again, I've got to do it again. But if you do it more than a few times, say 30 times, if you do that, then what you're going to do is you're going to change the pathway, the synapses in your brain. And so instead of having this reaction to this stimulus, you're going to change the way you think about that. It's going to naturally go down a more positive route. And that will become very pleasant for you. You'll feel more relaxed, you'll feel great. And if by any chance you go back to the worry line, or the line that makes you feel uncomfortable physically or emotionally, you're going to know about it because it'll feel wrong. And you've got to change it. So all my things I do, all of the talks I do, they're all about reforming our thoughts from one reaction to another that we wish to have, because every positive thought we have has an effect on your body's energies. And each one of those energies there, like little mobile phone batteries, they all resonate to different emotions. So all of my talks are geared for different parts of the body, okay? So for instance, I was just looking at my little book today. Last week's talk, I did chuck it in the bucket. What a brilliant idea. And I even had a bucket, which I've got down here, with a label on it. Brilliant. It was all about relaxing, releasing, and getting rid of any unwanted feelings in a light-hearted way. Just chuck it in the bucket. So if you missed that one, go back to that one. That's about getting rid of worry. And it's really good because it does more than, actually I put 3 here, but it actually does 4 areas of your body. It helps to take away the burden from here, from your immune system, from your shoulders, you know. It helps to give you a feeling of detachment, which is really good for this one. And it really helps you because you've done an action, okay? You've chucked it away. Either you do it, as you go back to the talk and have a look, but either you do it with a piece of paper you've written on and chuck it in the bin, or you can do it in your mind with a drawing on the wall or something, you know. But I've got one on the fridge. It's great. If you go past it, you think, what do I need to chuck in the bucket? I'm just going to chuck that thought in. So if you want to go back and catch up on that, that's the number 28 on the 15th of the 8th. So it was uploaded to YouTube as well on that day. So the 16th on YouTube, on Facebook. So if you want to look at that, this also, the bucket one also does this area here, because it kind of makes you feel a bit safe. Once you've done it, it's no longer with you. You can just detach, you feel a little bit more secure. Remove the rucksack that I put on, well, I will put on this afternoon, it's already on YouTube now, is really about taking the burden off of your shoulders. You know, we walk around with loads of metaphoric rocks, if you like, in a rucksack that weighs us down, and we don't even know we're doing it. And so if you want to look up that one, it's really good to release yourself from that. It's what life does to us. We put one more rock in, and a family might put another rock in, and a friend might put another rock in. You don't know how many rocks are in there. Hi, Irene. It's lovely to see you, darling. Have you just joined us, or have you been watching? Because if you've just joined us, you can always go back and listen to this again. We're just talking about the meditation that I've done, the Aquarius meditation. We're talking about crystals, which I'm sure you'll like, the different ones that you can use. I don't know the names of all of them, but if you're drawn to any, then pick them up and use them. Perhaps work out why. Perhaps, as I say, look it up to find out. I'm always doing that. If I'm drawn to many, I've got a little pot over there, and I pick one up and think, now, why do I need this one today? And I'll just look it up and I go, oh, that's why. Well, that's about taking responsibility for yourself. The same as when you're doing any of these exercises. You're taking responsibility for your feelings and you're changing them to suit you, to suit your body. Because, you know, when you're doing these exercises, they'll feel a little bit false at first. Oh, you have just joined, Irene. Oh, well, you can always go back and listen to this again. I hope you're well. I see some lovely things on Facebook about you, which is really good. So, yeah, you just need to be mindful. Once you're mindful, you're taking control. And once you're taking control, you're showing yourself value and respect by changing what hasn't served you, you know. On a subconscious level, going back to the fact that you're going to feel that when you're doing this, you're going to say, well, I'm going to do this exercise that she suggests, but my consciousness says that's not true. And of course, you're going to do that. You're going to do that. You're going to say, that's not true. I can't do that. That feels strange. That isn't really me or whatever. And because your reality that you've got around you is what you're going from, is what you're feeling, it's what's there in front of you. And when you're telling yourself something like an affirmation or something, you're saying something that's not your reality. You want it to be, but you're saying something that isn't resonating with you in the current reality you're experiencing, then all you have to do is think, okay, I'm going to trust this is going to be digested on my 97% subconscious down here, the bottom of your pond. Your emotional pond needs to be fed with any or all of my lovely exercises because it cleans it up like a filter. That's what I say to all my clients. It's like having a filter for your emotional pond, and you need to have them all cleared up. You know, you haven't got to understand it. You've only got to realize what you're feeling on the surface and then apply something that will do the work for you, which is what I really love doing. And that's why I know it works, because I do it myself. I think, now, what am I feeling? What can I give myself? The same way as you go to the wardrobe and you choose what you want to wear, you know, and you choose the colour. That's interesting. Go back to the colour stuff. But you're choosing. You're making a decision. Well, it doesn't take much for you to make a decision over how you're feeling. But because the feelings are on the inside, we tend to ignore those and get on with that job or that responsibility for that person there. We tend to give our energy away to everything else and our focus not on the inside. Well, we need to clean up every day. Otherwise, no matter what we do on the outside, it's going to be lovely, yeah, great. But what happens on the inside? And you'll only know if any imbalance is there if you have some evidence for it. So if this shoulder aches, or you get a problem with this foot, or, you know, you have a headache or some physical problem, usually indicates that the area that it's in is the place it needs to be worked on. As I say, I have loads. The cat's making this move. The cat's on the couch here. But it's basically about identifying from evidence that you have in your body. How are your shoulders feeling, for instance? I mean, if they're heavy, or they feel tense. I mean, years ago, I used to work like this with my shoulders up. And I didn't know I was doing it. But now, of course, if I'm aware of that shoulder being up, or perhaps I'm feeling unwell there, you know, perhaps a bit stiff-shouldered, I think, right, what am I needing here? Do I need to take my rocks out the rucksack, which is really good, and do an actual thing, which I really love doing? I took some rocks and I had to throw them in the sea. It was so much fun. But there is a funny story that goes with that. If you want to go back and listen, whilst I say go back, it'll be on this afternoon. Oh, well, great. So I'm sure you'll like that, because everything I do, if you have an action with it, your brain believes that something different has happened. Okay? And so it has more chance of having a greater effect on you than just an idea. Hi, Kate. It's lovely to see you. I saw you popped up a second ago, and it said here you wanted to come on the screen, but one, I don't know how to do that, and two, I think that would be a bit complicated. But it's lovely that you've joined me. Thank you, Kate. If you've missed some of this already, you can go back and you can listen to it again, obviously. So as you're here, Kate, Irene, anybody, everyone that's on here, Ellen, everybody that's on here, if you want to tell me any aches or pains you have, I can then prescribe one of the Nan talks that go with that area. Or we can just have a general chat if you fancy. How are you feeling, Kate? How's life? Are you all working at the moment? That's another thing. Or are you at home just relaxing, having a cup of tea with Nan? Tell me how you're feeling. I mean, it's a lovely day out there today. The sun is shining. I've been out in the garden already, and I did what I really love doing every day at the moment. We all need it, especially on a full moon. I did the grounding exercise, where you stand and you take the feeling or thought or the dreams. Okay, I'll sort that out, Kate, your lower back. And you take those feelings down through you and you breathe in new energy. So I'm already grounded from being out in the garden. So Kate said she's got a lower back pain at the moment. Oh, that's all about, the full moon is stirring up a lot of insecurities that have been deeply buried for a long time. A lot of us have that. Oh, you're not sure how you're feeling. That's okay. That's all right, Vanda. That's lovely. I shall come back to that. That might just be your yellow needs doing, okay? So lower back, have a look. Lower back is, for Kate, we need to cross it out. Anything that's coming to the surface. Number 9, cross it out. You're crossing out any worry, dated the 28th of the 3rd, 21. Okay, have a little look at that. That will help you. And also, to make you feel really safe, have a look at the wheel. Give yourself a feeling of safety inside the wheel, okay? That's dated the 15th of the 3rd, number 7. Okay, have a go at that. Okay, did your full moon. Oh, well done, Kate. That's lovely. That's really cool. I'm glad you liked it. You received all that energy I was sending out to you. Going back to Vanda for a sec. I think, my darling, I'm going to give you number 19, Be Your Own Cake. It's dated on the 7th of a 6th, okay? Go back to that one because it's about being your own happiness, and I reckon that's going to help your yellow. This is going to help you understand. If I've missed some of these, I will come back to you afterwards because I can't really scroll up and down from here. But I will come back to you after I've finished and I will reply to you, okay? So going back to Vanda, this one here. If you don't know, it's kind of like not knowing what makes you happy, what's not making you happy. It's here and it's here, but mostly here. We need to almost be aware of what we are feeling, what's missing before we do it. Oh, you're welcome, Kate. So what's missing? And then you'll know how you feel. Okay, so go back to Be Your Own Cake, Vanda. And also, I think I would give you... Yes, you need to do what I did today. Number 25, dated the 26th of July, How to Stay Grounded. Take out that feeling of numbness of not knowing how you feel and take it down through you, out through your feet and bring in clarity. Breathe out anything that's cotton woolish and breathe in new beginnings or breathe in mindfulness, okay? Irene said she's been using the wheel a lot. And had a problem. I was going to get a microwave. Yes, actually, if you have, and I've missed some of that message, Irene, but if you have a problem that you need to sort out, the wheel does kind of focus you. So you might want satisfaction or results or peace of mind or anything, success, whatever. If Irene's been using it a lot, it's probably for those things, practical things it can be used for. But don't forget, guys, you can also use Sort It Sunshine to sort out your problems. This is using your higher self. You're welcome, Vanda. This is Sort It Sunshine. I would do that one too. If you have anything that you have to do, it's to push the easy button in a sense, because you're getting your higher self and your subconscious to bring up to the consciousness an easy solution, and by the law of attraction. This works 3 ways. It's dated the 8th of February and it's called Sort It Sunshine. It's really good for your yellow area. This is your identity. This gives you a feeling of knowing who you are and what you want. So when you are starting to use this Sort It Sunshine, I use it a lot. One of my favourites, that one. And it's giving up what you need on a conscious level, attachment to that, to your higher self who can create it for you. So you've got your inner child awareness, give it to her, you detach, you have a day off. You have the year off if you want to. I get my higher self to do everything. because that way I'm in a very relaxed place, and I'm actually better for it because I can do more with my life if I'm not tense or worried about something or trying too hard to get this or that done. Okay? So Sort It Sunshine, I keep giving you those sort of my favourites really, but I do use them. I use them all at different times. So I hope you can have a look at some of those. I know that Irene in particular, you like the one I did last week. It's very light-hearted. Chuck it in the bucket. And I know you use it a lot. It's going to be great fun to see how many people really respond to that when I write the book. Yeah, The Choice Is Mine is going to be a good book. But I'm airing and sharing here because then I get your feedback and I find out how you're feeling about using them, or which tools in my emotional toolbox that you link together, because they do work very well together. And, you know, for instance, Remove Your Rucksack is a little bit like, it's about taking things away from you, detaching from the burden of life that you have chosen to keep inside you. That links beautifully with Over the Cliff, right? But Over the Cliff is number 14, dated the 3rd of the 5th. And you'll find them on my website. But Over the Cliff is really about detaching from one situation or one person's feelings, of, you know, how you feel about that person, how you feel from their effect of you on you. So you can detach from how they bring you down, or the sadness or the loss. That's something really interesting. So that links beautifully with today, and so does Separate Love from Loss, number 26. So they all do something, and you can use them to amplify each other. Okay? So I find I'm going on a bit now, so I think I'm probably going to let you go. Your tea's probably gone cold. So I shall see you next Monday, hopefully about 12 o'clock. If I remember to do everything right. And it will be just for an informal chat. It's nice to connect with you all. It's lovely that you're here. It's like having you round for a cup of tea in my lounge. So I hope you can use some of my things. Come back to me with some feedback if you would, because then as I say, I can use that and it helps other people as well. You're helping other people by using them. Okay? So I think that's covered everything. And don't forget to have a look in your house, see if you've got any crystals, and look up why you like them. It's taking responsibility. It's finding something that makes you happy, and your inner child will like that too. And if you don't believe in crystals, that's fine. But they do make some difference on the inside, and that might just be enough for you to catch your emotional breath and bring your emotional balloon off the ground, like I keep talking about. Be aware if your emotional balloon is on the ground, you need something to get that up so you can enjoy life here. Otherwise, you're on the ground, you're not really going to enjoy it. You're going to experience all kinds of frustration, etc. So have a little look at my talks, pick one of those, pick your crystals, listen to the meditation again, because it was a very powerful one about really tuning into your intuition and really believing, trusting your own wisdom, your own experiences, and collective consciousness. If you could feel peaceful and grounded, then everybody is going to feel that vibration through the world. If as many people could do that, there'd be less turmoil and problems. It would be much easier to deal with if we're in a peaceful, grounded place. So please do perhaps listen to the meditation again, the River of Energy. Oh, thank you, Irene. I will take care, and so will you. And also, if you want to, How to Stay Grounded, number 25, will help to take away any unwanted thoughts and problems and conditions, and to feed yourself that feeling. It would help you, and it certainly wouldn't hurt for you to get out in the garden and perhaps just do that exercise after listening to the meditation. It's very powerful. Make your own list up if you like. Anyway, it's been lovely being here. Thank you, Irene. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I shall see you again next week. And this, hopefully, will be on some kind of blog on my website. So if you want to go back and listen to it on there, it should be there as well. All right? Take care, and lots of love. Lots of beautiful hearts to you too. And I shall see you next week. And there'll be an Nan talk on next week as well. Oh, take care, Vanda. Oh, I love the fact little Tigger sends me something. Take care, Kate. Lovely to see you, darling. I hope you have a lovely week, all of you. You're welcome. Give yourself a big hug from me, because everyone knows I'm a big hugger. Thank you for the hearts, guys. And I shall see you next week. Enjoy your week. Be safe, be happy, and be positive. Take care. Lots of love.